The least interesting thing about cryptocurrency is the price. And yet, that's all people seem to talk about. Oh, sure, yes, you can make some money trading or even holding this asset, but maybe not for the reasons you'd think. Now, if you own some crypto, congratulations, you have joined the revolution. And if you haven't quite jumped in or don't really understand what it's all about, stick around because this might help. Welcome to the Twisted Lens, Episode 12, Cryptocurrency. Soybeans and sticking it to the man. Cryptocurrency. You know, by all accounts, it sounds like a new kind of money, and yet I'll suggest it's an asset class closer in nature to commodities like soybeans or pork bellies or wheat futures. Now, I can already feel the wrath of the believers, but hold on. Let's twist the lens and look at crypto in a very different context. Digital currencies of all kinds are most certainly the wave of the future. American dollars, Chinese yuans, British pounds, etc. will all soon be available in new formats that really don't change their value or change the world, but simply make them easier to use. So what is a digital cryptocurrency anyway, and why would we need it? Well, step one is to clearly understand the definition of money. Now, to be considered money, a currency must have 5 characteristics. Number one, it has to be fungible. Now, that's a fancy way of saying that it's not unique, as in every $20 bill has to be exactly the same as the other. Number two, it has to be durable, made of metal or strong paper. Okay. Number three, it has to be portable. It has to be easy to carry around, so no goats or barrels of oil or anything like that. Number four, it has to be recognizable. Okay, that's the easy one. Number 5, the big one, it has to be stable, being that the value does not fluctuate wildly on any given day. Now, to meet all 5 criteria is not easy, and ironically requires a tremendously complex system of bureaucracy to make it happen. And get this, that's the easy part. The hard part is that modern money is really about trust and is called a fiat currency. Now, fiat is a Latin word that means the value is determined by government decree and not by any underlying value like gold or precious commodities. That means a $20 bill then is nothing more than a promise by the national government to honor $20 worth of value at redemption at a bank or for trade in other goods or services. Now, however, those same government elected officials have given themselves the right to alter the supply of $20 bills, some would call it printing money, without our explicit permission, which can ultimately change the decreed value of the currency at any time. Even the picture on the bill is there to remind us of who's in charge, which the revolutionaries despise. And that is the big idea. So enter cryptocurrencies. In very simplistic terms, these currencies are decentralized with a finite supply and cannot be controlled by any government or economic union, completely free from manipulation by the man. It's a revolution and an anarchy of sorts. So by controlling the sovereignty of our own money, assuming crypto meets the definition of money, the 300 million plus people who own this asset are making a statement to the central banks, the finance ministers, and other fancy people that we have a strong voice in our financial affairs and will no longer accept manipulation that is not often in the best interests of we the people. All that's missing is some burning tires and storming the Bastille. Now, if you're not among those who hold crypto, that's okay. In my opinion, crypto has not yet achieved the status of currency, so no hurry to jump on board. And if you do invest in crypto, understand you're investing in a commodity that fluctuates greatly, like soybeans, and that you have to be prepared for spectacular gains and losses. Now, that said, our elected officials are paying attention to this revolution because in the blink of an eye, I too can join in, remove my Canadian dollars from the M1 money supply, more on that another day, and rob them of control. And just knowing that fact may be the agent of change that we need. As an aside, crypto was the idea of a guy known as Satoshi Nakamoto and a small cadre of his friends and colleagues. Now, their manifesto was less about money and more about freedom from oppression. And their ideas have taken hold around the world, and their vision has become a reality. That's powerful stuff. And to paraphrase some very important words, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world, because indeed, it's the only thing that ever has.